But without further ado, let's taking notes on some of the manure I've been hearing. And let me tell you something. I'm going to knock two birds out with one stone. So here we go.
Let's go.
Get this going. Real quick, the fact that you think Jalen Hurts is going to win a Super Bowl, you must be smoking that good cook, because that is absolute horse manure.
Their team won 5 games last year. Come on.
Talking about last year, okay, what did the Eagles do? They did the same thing the Chargers did.
They won 10 games in the first 11 weeks.
And you know what's the difference?
I lost to Baker Mayfield, Dan.
Get out of here. And let me tell you something. You want to talk about weapons for him. Where was he in the Super Bowl? What was the deciding factor in the Super Bowl, Gilberto? Tell me.
The kickers?
The fact that he fumbled the football and gave up a touchdown.
His Super Bowl. Yeah, okay.
The fact that he fumbled the football and the defense scored a touchdown. Shout out, Mimsy. Good to see you. Dennis, shout out with the comments. By the way, even Dennis knows. Tell him, Dennis. Tell him, Dennis. Tell his ass. But you have to understand, okay? I'm gonna knock out. This is my other story. I'm gonna knock out in this same segment. You can't back the Ravens. Why? For the same reason Jalen Hurts won't win a Super Bowl. They're uncomfortable in the pocket. We've seen that before. I keep saying you keep these guys in the pocket and make them throw.
You talk about the Super Bowl. Hurts was in the pocket and going toe-to-toe with Mahomes. He did fumble. Okay, I get it. But he was throwing in that game. Come on.
Yeah, he was throwing
more than Lamar Jackson has done in a playoff game.
What was he doing? Oh, here. AJ Brown's there somewhere.
Hey, he's still slinging it. I don't care how he's doing it.
The fact is, both offenses' success is in the same like chemistry or whatever you want to call it. Sorry, mathematical equation. It's in the same equation. You have to run the football and do not put the game in Lamar's hands, in Jalen Hurts' hands. You've seen it. I don't even know what we're wasting time on this for. Last year, there was a game, I can't remember who it was against, I can't remember if it was in the playoff game or what, but they were bringing pressure like a mother.
It was Tampa.
He was just throwing it outside. The middle of the field was wide open.
He only scored 9 points in that game, Dan.
9 points? What are we even talking about? And I understand, okay? This is why I hate the nerds in your profession and all the other ones who think they're in your profession on Twitter, because, yes, when you look at the board, Chargers won 5 games, Ravens won 10, Eagles won 10, who cares? It doesn't matter. Look at the tape. The tape doesn't lie. I need to make sure. I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah, I've been watching
the tape. Does not lie. The tape does not lie.
It's college football.
The tape does not lie.
He's coming redder and redder every week.
The tape does not lie. When you watch the tape on these guys, they struggle. They struggle. It's for the Eagles, for instance, last year, it was an ugly 10-game win. And after I told you that supposedly the Ravens were all big and bad, Mr. over there can't repeat, scatter to west, right, tight, F left, 372, Y stick, Z spot, can't repeat it, telling me that the Chargers have no chance against the Ravens. And then again, I understand it's the offseason.
Let me test you then.
I wasn't done. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I reclaim my time. They go into that game. They're held 10 points through 3 quarters. You both know, being in the building and knowing all those people, how dysfunctional that defense was. And that highly dysfunctional defense held him to 10 points in 3 games. After that, I knew those.
You keep going off of last year when your team was worse last year. There's different characters, different coaches, right? So
same story. I've seen this
you know
before.
what? I'll back up a little bit. Obviously, the question is more like who's going to get it first. It could be next year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years down the line. Let Harbaugh build that roster and be a winning franchise. I would not be surprised.
I will bet you, okay, I already have a bet going that beer and wings, Chargers make the playoffs next year. I will bet you. Who's the list? It was Jalen, Lamar, Burrow,
Jackson,
and
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff, yeah.
Get that out of here.
That would have been a good answer. It's just we forget about Goff.
I can't believe
but they're the best team.
But the problem is it's the same thing. It's the same thing as these other 3. If the game is in Jared Goff's hands, you're screwed. I mean, even though last year he played well and everything else, but he's not that guy. That they're gonna win based off the run game and defense. That's what wins you Super Bowls.
The question of who wins the Super Bowl as a team, not like just carry the team as a quarterback.
Yeah, okay. You're telling me I'm not gonna take the son of Odin now with a head coach.
All right, let me check your optimism here. Do you think in 1 year, which of those 5 quarterbacks win the Super Bowl like has the best odds in 2024? Not a project of 2, 3, 4 years. Like
you're talking about for next year? Oh, next year's a different story.
Yeah, all right.
Different
You
said, right?
When?
You said when?
Well, in 1 year, like in 2024, you're not picking the Chargers and Herbert to win the Super Bowl.
No, I'm not. But that's a different story. That's a different story. Don't you worry.
You know, or just or keeping it real.
Don't you worry. A what? No, I'm being for real. I'm not even being a homer. Like you know how it is. Like the takes I give you are real. Like, yeah, I think the Eagles have a good team. I think the Ravens have a good team, but they're missing the thing that's going to get them over the hump is what I'm getting at. Like,
all right.
We've seen the son of Odin make bag boys great receivers. You don't see his ass throwing to a bag boy triple covered in an AFC championship, obviously because he hasn't made it. And the other part is he's not throwing into triple coverage. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. That's the only thing I'm going to say. I don't think those guys are the guys. I already told you. I didn't think they were worth the money they paid them. What the hell do I know? I'm a stooge. I don't know anything. Okay, moving on. Here we go. By the way, if I ever tell you I'm working out and I'm in a camp, I'm dedicated, that's the Connor method. Just think of that. Because when I saw those videos of him partying and everything, I was like, that's what the hell I'm talking about, dude. That's exactly how I'd be in the fight camp. Like, could you imagine if he beats Chandler and he's over here messing around, going to bars and doing all this stuff? Like, that's gonna be hilarious. Moving on. Sasha Banks, known as Mercedes Monet Mercedes. I don't even know who that is. I don't understand where all this is coming from, dude. I told Fernando, before she was released from WWE and all the beef and all that stuff, I think they had she was on an episode of Heels or whatever, where they kind of go through heels and yada, yada, yada. And she was talking, I understand you need to have an ego to make it to these things, but she was talking about herself, like not kind of understanding the real world. And she was like, oh yeah, when I first got to WWE, thank you for my hot dog, like a fan, And she's like, but now I'm like the Roman Reigns. Like, I'm like this person. I'm like that person. I'm like, dude, you need to chill. Like, you're not living in reality. And since we've seen her leave, I think WWE was on the right side of history for that one, because when we saw her, where did she go first for now? Like New Japan Pro or something like that. Yeah, she came out drunk or acting all weird or whatever.
She did.
There she looks drunk and weird, like high. I don't know. Like allegedly. I'm not there. Anyway, so I'm glad she's not back in WWE. I hope they don't bring her back. But anyway, by the way, I got my Drew shirt on again 2 weeks in a row. You know why? Because he was freaking dropping fire that The Rock hasn't done for decades on the Twitter sphere or the X sphere, on live on Raw. Did you watch Raw, by the way? He had a good
did not.
He had a good line where he says, CM Punk's been back for 6 months. His biggest highlight has been me, because he hasn't done jack shit. But anyway, I'm tired of all the Prime stuff, by the way. I'm so sick of it.
I'm with you.
I'm so sick of it. And
don't get sued, though. You might get sued.
Allegedly. Okay, let's see. Oh, by the way, don't slander my name with that Taylor Swift crap. I was half drunk when I made that video.
Was that on the list?
Yeah, that was on my list. Then shout out to Real Jackson. Can't win without the offensive line. Shout out, dude. I totally agree.
The Hogs.
That's what it's all about.
Dean says that's really bad because
I think I know who that is.
We all know who that is. He told us. He's a jackass.
Well, I like this Dean.
Oh, yeah. I'll spag daddy. That was a very creative name. I'll give him that. We should give him a t-shirt over that one.
Dan, what did you
oh my God, Mimsy, you might as well hand me, a hand grenade and tell me.
She's messing with you.
I can't stand either of them. The Rock, I'm so sick and tired of, because I don't see it. And I understand like the nostalgia. See, I can't believe this. Like, is there a luckier son of a bitch on the planet right now?
Where's his actual wife at?
Who cares? Oh, sorry. No, marriage is very important. Marriage is very good. Have lots of kids if you can.
I did just watch that documentary on Netflix, Ashley Madison, where people go to cheat.
I saw that one.
I don't even know who that is. Yeah,
no, it's an app. It was I think it's still around. Ashley Madison, where you want to go commit adultery and keep it on the low. Go to Ashley Madison.
Geez, that's terrible, dude. By the way, I heard some blasphemy over the weekend from shout out Elizabeth. Shout out to you.
What's wrong with you, Elizabeth? Who
You're the
misses
best.
Dan?
What? Do you hear the slander that I have to deal with day in and day out? It's unbelievable, dude. But anyway, I heard some slander over the weekend. 2 scumbags directly in my life were speaking ill of mommy, and I will not have it. So I revoked their mommy their mommy card. They can never root for her. They can never cheer for her. Nothing. Because I'm still team mommy over Liv.
Yeah.
You know what?
Why is it that you say this and people get frustrated with you, but then the Ravens end up doing it and they switch the position of QB Malik Cunningham to wide receiver?
You see what I'm saying? Could you imagine my backfield if I had Justin Fields and Lamar Jackson? It would be the greatest
Hey, Justin
thing.
Fields wasn't happy about playing special teams today, by the way, or a couple of days ago.
But you see what I'm saying? Like even that, like we're not living in reality. Okay, like if you can't beat out Russell Wilson for a quarterback spot, hey buddy, it might be some Terrell Pryor time. Terrell Pryor, was a rookie quarterback. If I remember right, obviously, don't shoot me.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
He was part of that fake draft, the second draft of the year.
That's right. Because he got in trouble for selling tattoos or signatures for that. Anyway, he got paid as a wide receiver. He got like a huge contract from the team that shall not be named, or I forgot who. Shout out, Mimsy. Appreciate you. You see?
Malik Cunningham, what are you doing? The backup for Lamar Jackson is freaking Josh Johnson. You could win that job. Keep playing. Don't give up on your dreams, man.
Hey, he's probably trying to get a payday, dude. Think about it. Think about the conversation that probably happened in the building. Because they keep 3 quarterbacks now, right?
Yeah, I guess you can.
Maybe there's a third guy that they like. They said, "Hey, you got some athleticism. Let me talk to you. How are your hands?"
They do need a wide receiver on that team. Actually,
there's another. Oh my God! Well, they did this stupid thing of signing Odell to how much money that he got signed to last year. Who did he sign with this year? Yeah, Miami. Stupid. Oh,
yeah, $10 million in Miami. So he's scamming people.
Dude, Miami's done. Who's this? This isn't
Michael Mayer.
My mentality, my attitude this year. Nothing wrong with last year, but it's just different this year. It's different.
Oh, dog.
More positive. I love to be out here on this field. I love to play football, man. I love to. I mean, it's what I
love
do.
the Raiders,
like you said. So,
listen.
I've definitely flipped the script a little bit. Last year maybe there were some days I didn't want to come in or something going on. Like
you don't want to hear that.
Dig down.
Can you imagine that?
Like that tells you. You know what that tells you? How big of a cancer Josh McDaniels was to that team and that organization.
Oh, maybe you can blame it on that.
And what else would it be? Like if this is the problem.
He's kind of questioning his work ethic, but nobody asked him to say that, and he said it. I like the honesty, but yeah, Tom Telesco, real motivator.
That is not true. Scumbag. I'll deal with you later.
Who was worse, Brock Barry's not being motivated last year, or Michael Davis blaming his ex-girlfriend on why he was terrible?
You mean Michael Mayer? No, Michael Davis. Michael Davis. Michael Davis is the worst one. That is unbelievable to me. He wanted to blame an ex for his performance. Hey, buddy, I got the tape. It wasn't some ex. That's been happening for a few years. But anyway,
Also, name that team. Who does he play for now?
Who?
Michael Davis.
Who cares? Oh, the team that might not be named. Voldemort. I'm in like my Harry Potter mode now. The team that must not be named. Don't say his name. Don't say the name.
Washington. Yeah, correct.
Who cares?
I'm surprised you know that one. Okay.
Did you see supposedly that some tribe is suing them to bring back the old name?
Really? Huh.
Yeah. I saw that on X or whatever. X is a lot of good stuff, dude. Even though half of it's batshit crazy.
You guys see? Did you guys see this from the?
I'm not gonna do this because this is half of the time they set you up to get you in trouble.
What would be the guess? F-U-C-K.
Hold on. Here we go. Listen to the guess.
Right in the butt.
Oh, yeah.
What?
That's right.
I don't know what the final.
That's really what he went with.
This is the best.
It's not even enough letters and right.
Yeah. B-U-T-T. Yeah. Yeah, that's why. Those are the worst. Those are the worst. I was gonna say I always think of the South Park episode, but I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, Gilbert, real quick, before we bring Vic in, I wanted to ask you, Gilbert, what did you make of all the Mike Tyson stuff?
Oh, well, also, like I was gonna say, like it's a shit show, but I shouldn't say that word here. But
no, you're good.
It kind of makes me feel like, okay, there's a lot of idiots out there. I'm sorry if you're one of them that believe that Mike Tyson has a chance. He's freaking 60 years old, and getting injured in camp tells you enough that this is going to be a clown act. Obviously, Jake Paul is not a real boxer to me, but he's in his 20s. He's been training. He's a young guy, and he could take down an old Mike Tyson. I saw Mike Tyson lose his breath against Roy Jones Jr. Can we stop it? Ryan Garcia,
I would love to see that.
you
I
promote
would
so
love to see
hard.
that.
You're helping out your boy Jake Paul. I would love to see that too. That's good promoting.
There you go.
But
If
come
Ryan
on.
Garcia knocks him out,
I would love that. I would love to see that and get on Ostrigen or whatever. I don't care. Roll it up, Ryan Garcia. But the Mike Tyson thing, it's a clown show. He's 60 years old. He got hurt. I'm not surprised. Get out of here.
Hey,
people.
let me tell you something.
Sorry.
The hell
That
is
was when
that?
Mike Tyson was fighting.
Oh, you're gonna slander Mike Tyson now?
No, he's
You're
a legend. I
crazy.
don't want to see him go
You're-
out that way.
That's why I thought it
YouTuber.
was so stupid. Did you see his excuses at that one press conference where they were clowning him? They're like, could you imagine acting like a moron with Mike Tyson like that? Like, he was like, you guys talk trash. I fight a boxer. Now I don't fight boxers. Now I fight a boxer. And I'm like, bro, like, this guy's about to collect
believe the
Social
crap you're
Security
saying?
pretty soon. But like, this is my thing. This is what I'm gonna tell you. You know what's happening? This is mind games. Mike Tyson's the king of mind games, dude. You remember in the 90s when he'd say, oh no, I'm not gonna repeat some of those things, but I'm hoping this is honestly I agree. Mimsy, the worst part is I hate Logan Paul, but damn it, is he such a good wrestler? So I have to respect it, as opposed to what was her name? The UFC fighter who
Ronda Rousey.
There you go. Sword to irrelevance.
What's her name?
Over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't remember her name, but anyway, he really got hurt. I hope it's just a mind
could
game.
No, he
be,
didn't
like-
get hurt. He was on an airplane. He felt out of breath, and he.
It's time,
sound
Mike. We
good.
love you,
Yeah.
Mike. Don't do it. Don't
By
do
the
it.
way, real
I
quick.
hope he just gets in there. That last piece of adrenaline hits, and he gets some old man strength, and he just knocks his dumb ass.
By the way,
out.
Back in Ryan Garcia. I would love to see that.
I saw this video on Twitter real quick. In 1961, a Patriots fan ran onto the field during the last play of the game to help the defense on a play. No one noticed. The Patriots ended up winning the game. But
I had no idea you even played that clip. I'm like,
How
why'd you play?
how did
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
How did they not notice? Is
Watch
he not
this.
in gear?
It was in
Watch
black and
this.
white. I wasn't.
Oh,
really
he was
showing
probably
me.
wearing gear or what?
No, you can. Well, watch him.
Oh, that's not a.
Yeah, but
safety in
look,
the,
he's not
the
wearing
safety
a
in the box,
uniform.
man. Come on.
He's not wearing a uniform. That's always been the craziest thing when you watch these old clips. Do you imagine running a slant and the field goal posts are on the goal line? Like, you get
You should-
knocked out by the goal
You
post.
should Photoshop Ed Reed coming down the field and like.
and you remember that,
Smack.
back then you saw the fans were all standing right there.
Oh, really?
So,
I didn't even notice
I
that.
still-
Oh, I was
Yeah,
tripped
I
out,
still
yeah.
remember Joe Flacco in that Super Bowl against the 49ers. He said, I remember they took the safety, and then he's like, hey, if this guy takes off running and is about to score a touchdown, I'm gonna run onto the field and tackle the whoever's about to have
That's a
free
real
range.
strategy. You give
Yeah,
up a
yeah,
15-yard
yeah.
penalty over a touchdown, 100%. They'll talk shit, they'll slander you, but at the end of the day, you got the ring that they didn't have, dude.